and welcome to Concert Pipeline. I'm Steve Jones. Today on the program, we have day 2 of Dock of Bay Festival coverage. I got the chance to cover this festival that was at Mare Island in Vallejo, right on the bay. It was really beautiful, great weather, a great atmosphere, and a lot of really awesome music. So if you didn't get a chance to view or listen to part 1, you can go back and listen to that on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast, really. Those are the main places, though, really, right? So if you like the visual and you like seeing live concert music, definitely check it out on YouTube, over on Concert Pipeline's YouTube page. So today I'm going to cover day 2, which was September 10th, and a number of other bands. Last time we had Morris Day and the Time performing, and Confunk Sean, Average White Band, a bunch of funk bands, and it was really awesome. This time we're also going to have a bunch of funkadelic rock bands, and bands that I really like and was actually more familiar with this round. So I decided to take my kids to this festival. I took my son to the Saturday festival, and then my daughter to the Sunday festival. So I get some time with them individually, and we'll get into that. I do want to say up front before we dive into Dock of Bay Festival coverage that our episode next week is pretty awesome. I was pretty stoked about it. So I didn't want to talk about it too much because it hadn't happened, by the time of the last episode's recording. But I had the chance to interview Michael C. Hall and his band Princess Goes, and it was great. And if you're not familiar with Michael C. Hall, I'll just say the word Dexter, and then you will be familiar with Michael C. Hall because he was Dexter. And it took some restraint, but I didn't mention acting. I didn't mention the word Dexter or nerd out on that at all, even though I watched that whole series and was a fan of it. I kept it to the music, so we'll cover that next time. We had a good chat, though, I'll say that. So this time, again, no interview, but lots of music, lots of coverage. I'm going to talk about the bands also, and give a little insight to them as we go. But there's going to be a lot of music coverage, and so this puts the concert in Concert Pipeline. And I really want to take a moment to thank Kevin Frazier and Jeff Traeger, who put this concert festival on, the 2-week festival. It's great. It's not too far from home. I was able to get home and not have to stay out of town or anything. And I was able to take the kids. What else is there complaining about? Nothing really. I was a little disappointed in the turnout for the second day. I had hoped that it would be more representative of what the first day was. I felt bad for everybody there. It was, honestly, the quietest festival day I've ever been to, but that doesn't mean the music wasn't great. The music was a lot of fun, and there are 2 stages. There's the main stage, and then there's the side stage, which operates when the main stage is not going. So we started out by getting to the festival, and then the first band we saw was on the side stage, the Chef de Cuisine stage, it's called, and we had a chance to see a band called MeloDious, and I like the name. It's pretty clever. So that was pretty cool. They are a trio, a band of siblings that's based out of Oakland. That was established in 2016. They perform around the Bay a bunch, and over the past 7 years or so, they've shared the stage with Bay Area legends and Grammy Award-winning artists, including Tony, and fantastic Negrito they've played with before as well. So I'm sure they were excited to be reunited with fantastic Negrito. They played the side stage, and let's go ahead and let's start out by playing a song from their song. Trying to go back to those times, what I would give to see those days again. Oh, yeah, bandits, plenty of you don't understand it. Love was there and it was snatched away.
new to the crowd, we're MeloDious, and we're came to give you guys a good time today. So please enjoy. How many?
That was MeloDious here on Concert Pipeline, and that takes us moving forward, right? The next band up was a band called Monophonics, and so I went with my daughter, and we just hung out all day, and we don't get a lot of time to hang out. She's 13 years old. She doesn't always want a lot to do with her dad, but she's really working hard to maintain and build that relationship because I think her relationship with me is the one that she struggles with the most. I'm sure. I mean, I know I have challenges with it as well, but we're generally in a good place, which is good. She was just hanging on me a lot during the festival and just really clingy, more so than she had been. And on one hand, it's like this is nice, I should appreciate this because you don't always get it, and how long will it last, and all of that. There's my little girl right there. For those that are watching on YouTube, yeah, that's. I mean, that was when she was much smaller, and just as clingy though, I guess. Huh? So it's those moments that you appreciate. And so we went to listen to a lot of the music and just hung out and had a good time together and enjoyed being outdoors, right? So Monophonics, they are a psychedelic soul band from California. And if you weren't at Rock Bay Festival, no worries. You could still have a chance to see them if you like the song that I'm going to be sharing. They're going to be playing at the Independent on November 11th with the Sextones. So you can definitely get out and see them. The Independent is a great place to see a show. Also, I've been to many a show at the Independent, so definitely check them out. But let's play a song from Monophonics.
Last year, this is actually the same title as the record we released last year. This one's called Sage Motel.
Okay, that was Monophonics, and so we're going to keep this show moving. Back to the small stage. I want to make sure to represent these smaller artists and the bands that played the smaller stage as well, because even if though it was a smaller stage, it was still there's still a lot of music, great music that was coming from that stage. And so the next group, I couldn't find a lot of information on other than they play a decent amount of wineries in the area. So if you're at a winery sometime, you might see David Bustamante and Bobby Santos. They were a good duo, and I mean, I just love how crisp the music was that they were playing. So let's go ahead and play a song from them, shall we?
You are the sunshine, baby, whenever you smile. But I call you stormy today. All of a sudden, the rain's falling down, and my world is cloudy and gray. You've gone away, yeah. Oh, stormy, my stormy, stormy, stormy. Yesterday's love was a lie, warm summer breeze. But like the weather, you change. Nothing's a dream, baby. Windy and cold, but I stand alone in the rain, calling out your name. Oh, stormy, stormy, my stormy, stormy.
Okay, so now we're getting into the bands that I was really excited to see. Not that I wasn't excited about the other bands, I just didn't know them, and I was open to enjoying some new music. And Fantastic Negrito, I saw Fantastic Negrito for the first time at Bottle Rock last year ago, somewhere around there, and uh, he put on such a great show. I'd heard good things, and I've wanted to interview him in the past, and haven't had a chance. I haven't gotten that to work out yet. And he's a three-time Grammy Award winner. I didn't realize also that and why would I? But 1999, he was in a coma for 3 weeks after a very bad car accident, which left him almost unable to play music, in the future. Um, but he's won 3 Grammys for Best Contemporary Blues Album, and he's a great performer. I mean, he owned that stage, and it was a lot of fun seeing him play. He put on a really good show, and I will say that the song that we're going to play of his, we'll play his intro, and then "Chocolate Samurai" is the name of the song that we're going to play of his as well, which is, I think, a brilliant name for a song. But the only downside to his performance was he had a much bigger set list than the amount of time that he was scheduled for, and I didn't hate it, because I really enjoyed his music. It was the highlight of day 2 for me, really, to be honest. But I felt bad for the side stage act, which I knew their time was getting cut, because they would have to get the final main stage act, the California Honeydrops, on, and they wouldn't want to cut much time from that. So he went over his time. He was told one more song, and then even after he was already over on time, and he said that it was a crime, and he proceeded to play another song afterwards, and was in no rush to end the set. But he did cut his set list a little bit short. I guess his mind, it was a little bit of a compromise. But what a great performance that you're about to see. I'm excited to share with you. So here is Fantastic Negrito.
Ooh. no sunshine when she's gone. I wish she would stay. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes. Hold it.
That was fantastic, Negrito, here on Concert Pipeline. And so we got one more small stage act before we move on to our headliner for the program, and that is Destani Wolf. Excuse me. Destani was raised in Berkeley, California, and she's a distinctively soulful singer who instills her heart in every song she sings. I'm not reading that from IMDb. And she's played sold out shows at the SF Jazz Center. She's performed with Alice Russell on Jimmy Kimmel Live. She sang with Kiss, she did not sing with Kiss. She sang Kiss from a Rose with Seal in the SF Symphony to thousands of fans. So she's made her mark in a number of ways, and she has a really great voice. This was a fun performance to watch, and so let's go ahead and play a song from Destani Wolf.
All right. This weather, Destani Wolf in the state.
Hello, Dock of the Bay. We're so happy to be here. This is beautiful right here. Right with the sunset, we get to be together. This song is called Dandelion Dream Girl. And I just want us for this moment to continue on with this wish of spreading the joy and love, and have that as our intention, and enjoy tonight. You're not the only one. Said you're not the only one. 'Cause change is gonna come. Yeah, you're not the only one. Not the only one. Hands by my sides, flowers touch my
That takes us to the California Honeydrops. Okay, the final band performing on day 2 of Dhaka Bay Festival. And California Honeydrops I was really familiar with. I've seen them multiple times. I've interviewed them multiple times. Once at the Fillmore and once through Zoom, where we got to really go in depth a lot more. That was one I think that I did early in COVID times. And we just talked, I think, for like an hour, and it was I remember it being a great conversation. So you can go back and check that interview out if you want to dig more into the California Honeydrops. They put on a really good show, and again, I didn't get to stay for their whole set. I really had to balance my time, that I was able to keep my daughter entertained, and B, able to stay away from home while my dog was in her kennel, and I was out having fun all day with my daughter. And so I didn't want to overdo it, but I did see a couple of their songs of their set. They always put on a good live show. Again, it was just the weirdest thing. Just before they came on, people went and walked around and got some food and drinks and went to the other smaller stage and stuff. But there was almost no one in front of the stage before they were coming on. People did come back, and then they had a good time. And the California Honeydrops, I think they notoriously don't use a set list, but someone in the crowd called out a song, and I think that was the song that they opened with. So they were pretty flexible with what they were playing, and just out to have a good time. They play a lot of shows in the area, so if you're not familiar, you're going to become familiar through the song we're about to play. And if you enjoy them, definitely check them out. Support local bands. They put on a really good show. So here is California Honeydrops. All right, that was California Honeydrops, and so much great music from Dock of Bay Festival to squeeze into one podcast. So I really enjoyed doing that sort of thing and getting to bring a lot of new music to the program. So that takes us to the final segment on the program, the music news. Okay, I got some stories to wind us out here. First off, Gene Simmons, who's 74, he feels immortal as long as his schmeckle works. Yeah, okay. He's reflecting on his band's extensive career and recalled that he feels immortal as long as his schmeckle works. He made comments in a new interview with The Guardian in which he looked back his extensive time working with Paul Stanley and how he feels about the band's final ever shows. In discussion, Simmons also opened up about his previous claim that he slept with over 4,000 women across his 50-year-long career and admitted that he is guilty as charged when it comes to being motivated by sex. Listen, men are idiots. There isn't enough blood to power two heads at once, so a lot of really stupid decisions can get made when that little head takes over. When you're a woman and you see a man and he's big and he's got a hairy chest and he's good looking and you see that and what you're seeing is a mirage. That's actually a 14-year-old horny kid, just still young, dumb, and full of cum. We can't even think straight when we see you. I don't say this as a defense because I stand guilty as charged of everything. And he continued likening the feeling to that of Kiss's impressive number of live shows over the years, adding that as long as I'll say it one more time, schmeckle works, he would be willing to have the band play forever as it makes him feel immortal. And he talked about working with Paul Stanley for a long time, comparing their time making music together, similar to that of two Beatles stars. Paul's like the brother I never had. I wouldn't have been able to do anything on the level that I've been able to do on my own without Paul. And I'd like to think that's the same the other way around. You can't do it all yourself. You're just not as good. He said the biggest ever influence on him was the Beatles, and clearly Lennon and McCartney were so much better together than when they each went solo. So he's appreciated that. So that's what's happening in Kiss World. All right. Rolling Stones, Hackney Diamonds features Paul McCartney. Oh, we're talking about Paul, Lady Gaga, Elton John, and Stevie Wonder. And they shared their full track list for their upcoming album, Hackney Diamonds, confirmed that the record will feature appearances from those that I just mentioned. And it's a 24th studio record, and shared its lead single, Angry, which came with a music video starring Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney. And let me see, it was announced at a globally live-streamed event hosted by Jimmy Fallon. And Keith Richards, Mick Jagger, and Ronnie Wood shared details on the upcoming release and confirmed it's their first new music in 18 years, following on from 2005's A Bigger Bang. Well, they made so many albums over the years and took quite a long break in making new music, although they toured a lot, right? And so let's see here. And it has tracks recorded with late drummer Charlie Watts as well. So he's featured on two of the songs in the listing, Mess It Up and Live by the Sword. that appear back to back midway through the album. And the latter features bass from former Stones bassist Bill Wyman also. So they're bringing in some heavy hitters for this album. And who knows? I mean, it might be their last, right? Like, who knows? Did they say when it's going to be out? October 20th. October 20th. So it's coming out next month. And you can get that then. So I'm interested to hear some new Stones. I'm not the biggest Stones fan in the world, but man, hearing new music from them after 18 years would be pretty cool. Speaking of new music, NSYNC have announced their first new song in over 20 years, Better Place. So it's been a while for them as well, right? Justin Timberlake apparently got back with all four of the other dudes, Chris Kirkpatrick, JC Chazez, Joey Fatone, and Lance Bass. They're reunited at the 2023 MTV VMAs on Tuesday the 12th. There's a song that they're doing for the third Trolls film, Trolls Band Together, and the promos feature the NSYNC logo with a QR code directing fans to a website containing a snippet of music. And so Better Place will be released on September 29th, that song. And so if you're a big NSYNC fan, you can catch that then. Must be difficult to put out a new song after 20 years of not making music. And, I imagine there's got to be a little bit of pressure there. Okay. While we're talking about the MTV VMAs, this was an interesting story to me, just how obsessed everyone is with Taylor Swift. The VMAs had a camera operator that was dedicated to filming Taylor Swift continuously during live performances. She won 9 trophies at the ceremony, and she was captured fangirling over some big onstage moments. She, of course, had to know that there was a camera that was solely on her, right? I mean, she had to have known about that. And they cut away to her many times. I saw a combo video of lots of cutaways of her just enjoying herself and having fun, and maybe pretending that the camera isn't there, or forgetting that the camera isn't there. Who knows which one it is, right? So how important is Taylor Swift to the VMAs? Someone wrote online. I don't remember who this is, but someone from the production. There is a camera operator tasked with filming her continuously during the live performances on stage. Only one of only the times the Swift camera operator had to stop filming dancing and reaction shots of the pop star was when Shakira ran across the stage, interrupting his shot. So Shakira interrupted his shot that he lost Taylor Swift. Probably fired right after that, right? You lost Taylor, sorry. And Selena Gomez reacted to Chris Brown's MTV VMA nomination. That reaction went viral as well. She was less than impressed with his nomination and I don't know if he won, but Selena Gomez won the award for Best Afrobeats at the ceremony thanks to her feature on Rema's Calm Down. Brown, however, lost to SZA's Shirt. We don't need to go into Chris Brown and why people aren't too happy with him, but he didn't win. So I guess that's a good thing, right? That's our show for today. Thank you for tuning in. Again, next week we have Michael C. Hall and the rest of the band from Princess Goes. By the way, I should address who they are: Matt Katz Bowen, who is who's in Blondie, and Peter Yanowitz, who's was in Wallflowers, Natalie Merchant, and most notably to me, Morningwood, a band I liked when I was a lot younger, and I'd interviewed him eons and eons ago. So that's going to be enjoyable. I hope you tune into that one. So for all of us here at Concert Pipeline, I'm Steve Jones. We'll catch you next time.